Ah, there you are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Simsbury High School Auditorium and to the 1998 Simsbury Light Opera production of Gilbert and Sullivan's Pirates of Penzance. In my official capacity, I'd like to remind you that exits are located at the front and the rear of the auditorium, at the right and on the left. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please walk to the nearest exit. Simsbury High School is a smoke-free environment. Smoking is not allowed on school grounds. Food and beverages are not permitted inside the auditorium. For the safety of the actors on stage and in consideration of those about you, we request that you refrain from the use of flash photography throughout the performance. Simsbury Light Opera Company wishes to acknowledge the generous contributions of Martha W.B. Gilbert, the Music Performance Trust Fund, and Bank Boston for their support for the provision of a professional orchestra, and we are grateful for their participation. Now, if you will join me in welcoming the distinguished and esteemed musical conductor of Simsbury Light Opera, Mr. Wayne Pierce. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will now be so kind as to rise and welcome the distinguished guest for this performance, Her Majesty Queen Victoria, followed by the singing of God Save the Queen.
Here's good luck to Frederick's ventures. Frederick's out of his indentures.
22 now, he's rising, and alone he's fit to fly, which we're bent on signalizing with a mutual reverie.
Here's good luck to Frederick's ventures. Frederick's out of his indentures. Born of Irish heritage, fill of Irish past, and to make us for the merry left of Ireland bumper
Yes, Frederick, from today, you rank as a full-blown member of our band.
Hey!
My friends, I thank you all for your kindly wishes. When I could repay them as they deserve.
What do you mean?
Today I am out of my indentures, and today I leave you forever.
But this is quite unaccountable. A keener hand at studying a sonata or cutting out a white star never shift a handspike.
Yes, I have done my best for you. And why? Because it was my duty under my indentures. And I am the slave of duty. As a child, I was regularly apprenticed to your band. It was through an error. No matter. The mistake was ours, not yours, and I was in honor bound by it.
An error? What error?
I may not tell you. It would reflect upon my well-loved Ruth.
Nay, master. My mind has long been gnawed by the cankering tooth of mystery. I'll better have it out at once. When Frederick was a little lad, he proved so brave and daring. His father thought he'd practice him to some career seafaring. I was, alas, his nursery maid, and so it fell to my lot to take and bind this promising boy apprentice to a pilot. A life not bad for a hardy lad, though surely not a high lot. Though I'm a nurse, you might do worse than make your boy a pilot. I was a stupid nursery maid on great goods on my stick, and I did not catch the word aright through being hard of hearing, mistaking my instructions, which within my brain did gyrate. I took and bound this promising boy, apprentice to a pirate. A sad mistake it was to make and doom him to a vile lot. I bound him to a pirate, you, instead of to a pilot. I soon found out beyond all doubt the scope of this disaster. But I hummed the face to return to my place and break it to my master. A nursery maid is not afraid of what you people call work. So I made up my mind to go as a kind of piratical maid of all work. And that is how you find me now, a member of the shy lot, which you wouldn't have found had he been bound apprentice to a pilot.
Rise, sweet one, I have long pardoned you.
The two words were so much alike.
They were. They still are, though years have rolled over their heads. But this afternoon, my obligation ceases. Individually, I love you all with affection unspeakable. But collectively, I look upon you with a disgust that amounts to absolute detestation. Oh, pity me, my beloved friends, for such is my sense of duty, that once out of my indentures, I shall feel myself bound to devote myself, heart and soul, to your extermination.
Well, Frederick, if you conscientiously feel that it is your duty to destroy us, I cannot blame you for acting on that conviction. Always act in accordance with the dictates of your conscience, my boy, and chance the consequences.
Besides, we can offer you but little temptation to remain with us. We don't seem to make piracy pay. I'm sure I don't know why, but we don't.
I know why. But alas, I mustn't tell you. It wouldn't be right.
Why not, my boy? It's only 11:30, and you are one of us until the clock strikes 12.
True. And until that time, you are bound to protect our interests.
Hear, hear!
Well then, it's my duty as a pirate to tell you that you are too tender-hearted. Well, for instance, you make a point of never attacking a weaker party than yourselves. And when you attack a stronger party, you invariably get thrashed.
Well, there is some truth in that.
Then again, you make a point of never molesting an orphan.
But of course, for we are orphans ourselves and know what it is.
Yes, but it has got about. And what is the consequence? Everyone we capture says he's an orphan. The last 3 ships we took proved to be manned entirely by orphans, so we had to let them go. One would think Great Britain's mercantile navy was recruited solely from orphan asylums, which we know is not the case.
But hang it all, you wouldn't have us be absolutely merciless.
There's my difficulty. Until 12 o'clock, I would. After 12, I wouldn't. Or was ever a man placed in so delicate a situation?
And Ruth, your own dear Ruth, whom you love so well, and who has won her middle-aged way into your boyish heart. What is to become of her?
Oh, he will take you with him.
Well, Ruth, I do feel some little difficulty about you. It is true that I admire you very much, but I've been constantly at sea since I was 8 years old. And yours is the only woman's face I've seen during that time. I think it is a sweet face.
It is. Oh, it is.
I say, I think it is. That is my impression, but as I've never had the opportunity of comparing you with other women, it is just possible I may be mistaken. What a terrible thing it would be if I were to marry this innocent person and then find out that she was, on the whole, plain.
Oh, Ruth is very well indeed.
True, there are the remains of a fine woman about her.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Well then, I'll not be so selfish as to take her from you. In justice to her and in consideration for you, I will leave her behind.
No, Frederick. This must not be. We are rough men. You lead a rough life. But we are not so utterly heartless as to deprive thee of thy love. I think I am right in saying that there is not one here who would rob thee of this inestimable treasure for all the world holds dear.
Not one!
No, I thought there wasn't. Keep thy love, Frederick. Keep thy love.
You're very good, I'm sure.
Well, it's the top of the tide, and we must be off. Farewell, Frederick. When your process of extermination begins, let our deaths be as swift and painless as you can conveniently make them.
I will, by the love I have for you, I swear it. Would that you could render this extermination unnecessary by accompanying me back to civilization.
No, Frederick, it must not be. I don't think much of our profession, but contrasted with respectability, it's comparatively honest. No, Frederick, I shall live and die a pirate king. great black flag I fly, then play a sanctimonious part with a pirate head and a pirate heart. Away to the cheating world go you, where pirates all are well to do. But I'll be true to the song I sing, and live and die a pirate king. For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king.
You are a pirate king.
And it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
It is hurrah for a pirate king, hurrah for a pirate king.
When I sally forth to seek my prey, I help myself in a royal way. I sink a few more ships, it's true, the well-bred monarch ought to do. But many a king on a first-class throne, if he wants to call his crown his own, must manage somehow to get through more dirty work than e'er I do. For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king.
You are a pirate king.
And it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
It is hurrah for a pirate king, hurrah for a pirate king.
Oh, take me with you. I cannot live if I'm left behind.
Ruth. Ruth. Ruth, I will be quite candid with you. You are very dear to me, as you know, but I must be circumspect. You see, you are considerably older than I am. A lad of 21 usually looks for a wife of 17.
A wife of 17? You will find me a wife of 1,000.
No, but I will find you a wife of 47, and that is quite enough. Ruth, tell me candidly and without reserve, compared with other women, how are you?
I will answer you truthfully, master. I have a slight cold, but otherwise I'm quite well.
I am sorry for your cold, but I was referring rather to your personal appearance. Compared with other women, are you beautiful?
Well, I have been told so, dear master.
Ah, but lately.
Oh, no. Years and years ago.
Well, what do you think of yourself?
It is a delicate question to answer, but, well, I think I'm a fine woman.
That is your candid opinion.
Yes. Well, I should be deceiving you were I to tell you otherwise.
Thank you, Ruth. I believe you, for I'm sure that you would not practice on my inexperience. I wish to do the right thing. And if, I say if, you are really a fine woman, then your age will be no obstacle to our union. Hark! Surely I hear voices. Who has ventured to approach our all but inaccessible land? Can it be Custom House? No, it doesn't sound like Custom House.
Confusion! It is the voices of young girls. Oh, if you should see them, I am lost.
By all that's marvelous! A bevy of beautiful maidens! How lovely, how surpassingly lovely is the plainest of them! What grace, what delicacy, what refinement!
Lost!
And Ruth! Ruth told me she was beautiful. Oh, false one, you have deceived me.
I have deceived you.
Yes, deceived me. You told me you were fair as gold.
My master, am I not so?
And now I see you're plain and old.
I'm sure I'm not a jot so.
Upon my innocence you play.
I'm not the one to plot so.
Your face is lined, your hair is grey.
It gradually got so.
Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so.
Master, master, do not leave me. Hear me ere you go.
Faithless woman,
Master, master,
faithless woman,
master, master,
faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so. Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so.
my love without reflecting. Oh, do not be rejecting. Take a maiden tender, her affections raw and green. At very highest rating has been accumulating summer 17, summer 17. Does me not, master, crush me with disaster?
Your love would be uncomfortably perfect, it is clear.
My love on
If, as you are stating,
has been
it's been accumulating
47 years.
47 years.
47 years.
Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so. Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so. What shall I do? Before these gentle maidens I dare not show in this alarming costume. No, no, I must remain in close concealment until I can appear in decent clothing.
Remember, poor Papa's not as young as we are, and we have come over a rather difficult country.
But how thoroughly delightful it is to be so entirely alone. Why, in all probability, we could be the first human beings who ever set foot on this enchanted spot.
Oh, except for the mermaids. It's the very place for mermaids.
Who are only human beings down to the waist.
And who can't be said strictly to set foot anywhere. Tails they may, but feet they cannot.
Oh, but what shall we do until Papa and the servants arrive with the lunch?
We are very much alone, and the sea is as smooth as glass. Suppose we take off our shoes and stockings and paddle.
Yes, yes, the very thing!
Stop, please, cry. I had intended not to intrude myself on your notice in this effective but alarming costume. But under these peculiar circumstances, it is my bounden duty to inform you that your proceedings will not be unwitnessed.
But who are you, sir? Speak.
I am a pirate.
A pirate!
Ladies, do not shun me. This evening I renounce my vile profession, and to that hand of pure and peerless maidens, O blushing birds of ever blooming beauty, I soar at heart, I soar at heart, implore your kind assistance.
How pitiful his tale.
How rare his beauty.
How pitiful his tale. How rare his beauty.
Oh, is there not one maiden breast which does not feel the moral beauty of making worldly interest subordinate to sense of duty? Who would not give up willingly all matrimonial ambition to rescue such an one as I from his unfortunate position? From his position. appear of ever-winning man's affection to such an one, if such there be, I swear by heaven's arch above you, if you will cast your eyes on me, however plain you be, I'll love you. However plain you be, if you will cast your eyes on me, however plain you be, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Alas, there's not one maiden here whose homely face and bad complexion has caused all hope to disappear of ever-winning man's affection.
Not one,
No, no, not one.
not one.
No, no. Yes, one. 'Tis me well. Yes, 'tis me Sisters, death to pity's name, for shame. It's true that he has gone astray, but pray, is that a reason good and true? Why you should all be deaf to pity's name? The question is, had he not been a thing of beauty, would she be swayed by quite as keen a sense of duty? For shame, for shame, for shame. Wandering on, though thou hast surely strayed, take heart, praise thy sense returns, wandering if such poor love as mine can help you find true peace of mind, why take it, it is thine. Take heart, no danger lies, take any part but ours. Take heart, faith is your shine, take any heart, take mine. Take heart, no danger lies, take any heart but ours. Take
taste may any day be yours, my dear, or mine. Let her make her hay while the sun doth shine. Let us compromise, our hearts are not of leather. Let us shut our eyes and talk about the weather.
Yes, yes, let's talk about the weather. How beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it may, and yet it rained out yesterday. Tomorrow we take more again. I hear the country wants a rain, and people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow we take more again. I hear the country wants a rain, yet people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow we take more again. I hear the country wants a rain, yet people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July.
Senses, men who stick at no offenses will anon be here. I receive a gentle ladies, pray you take you handsome ladies, while the coast is clear.
No, we must not lose our senses. Here they stick at no offenses. We should not be here. I receive a dreadful tradies, nice companions for your ladies. Let us decide. Too late, too late.
Here's a first-rate opportunity to get married with impunity and indulge in the felicity of unbounded domesticity. You should quickly be personified, constantly matrimonified by a doctor of divinity who is located in this vicinity.
We have missed our opportunity of escaping with impunity, so farewell to the felicity of our maiden domesticity. We should quickly be personified, constantly matrimonified by a doctor of divinity who is located in this vicinity. By a doctor of divinity who resides in this vicinity. By a doctor of divinity.
Oh, monsters! And your pirate caravanserai proceed against our wills to wed us all. Just bear in mind that we are wards in chancery, and father is a major general.
We'd better pause, or danger may befall. Their father is a major general.
Yes, yes, he is a major general.
Fall in!
Yes, I am a Major General.
For he is a Major General.
He is, hurrah for the Major General.
It is a glorious thing to be a Major General.
It is, hurrah for the Major General, hurrah for the Major General.
I am the very model of a modern Major General. I'm information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the fights historical. From Marathon to Waterloo in order characterical. I'm very well acquainted to it, matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem, I'm teeming with a lot of news. Lot of news. Lot of news. Drink some booze. Take a snooze. With the many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and animalculous. In short, and that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
In short, and that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern Major General.
I know our mythic history, King Arthur's into paradox. I answer hard across. I have a pretty taste for paradox. I quote in elegies all the tribes of Heliogabalus. In Carnage I can floor peculiarities, parabolas. I can tell them down to Raphael's from Jared Dawson's orphanies. I know the croaking chorus from the frogs of Aristophanes. Then I can hum a fugue of which I've heard the music to dinner for. Door, bore, hop, no. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pitiful.
And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pitiful. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pitiful. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pitiful.
Then I can write a washing machine, Babylonic uniform, and tell you every detail of Caractacus is uniform. In short, and that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
In short, and that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern Major General.
In fact, when I know what is meant by Mamelon and Ravelin, when I can tell at sight a nose a rifle from a javelin, with such affairs as sorties and surprises I'm more wary at, and when I know precisely what is meant by commissariat, when I have learned what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery. In short, when I've a smattering of elemental strategy. Strategy? Oh, yeah. No, that's silly. I don't care what Clinton did, at least he's not a Republican. Oh, yes! You'll say I bet a Major General is never strategy.
You say I bet a Major General is never strategy. You say I bet a Major General is never strategy. You say I bet a Major General is never strategy.
For my military knowledge, though incomplete and adventuring, has only been from down to the beginning of the century. Still in that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
Still in that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern Major General.
In fact, when I know what is meant by Mamelon and Ravelin, when I can tell at sight a Mauser rifle from a javelin, when such affairs as sorties and surprises I'm more wary at, and when I know precisely what is meant by commissariat, when I have learnt what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery. In short, and when I've a smattering of elemental strategy, you'll say a better Major General has never rode a horse.
Strategy! Strategy!
strategy.
Oh dear. You'll say a better Major General has never sat at you. For my military knowledge, sewing, plucking, and adventuring has only been put out at the beginning of the century, but still in man's vegetable, animal, and mineral, I am the very model of a modern Major General. I've introduced myself, I should like to have some idea of what's going on.
Papa, we...
Permit me, sir. I'll explain it to you in 2 words. We propose to marry your daughter.
Dear me!
Against our wills, Papa! Against our wills!
No, but you mustn't do that. May I ask, this is a picturesque uniform, but I'm not familiar with it. What are you?
We are all single gentlemen.
Yes, I gathered that. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Papa, don't believe them. They are pirates.
Oh.
The famous pirates of Penzance.
Oh, the pirates of Penzance. I have often heard of them.
All except for this gentleman, who was a pirate once, but who is out of his indentures today and needs to lead a blameless life evermore.
Yeah, but stop a bit. I object to pirates as sons-in-law.
We object to Major Generals as fathers-in-law. But we waive that point. We do not press it. We look over it.
An idea. And do you mean to say that you would deliberately rob me of these, the sole remaining props of my old age, and leave me to go through the remainder of my days unfriended, unprotected, and alone?
Well, yes, that's the idea.
Tell me, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Oh, dash it all! Here we are again.
I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Orphan.
Yes, orphan. Have you ever known what it is to be one?
I say, orphan.
Orphan, orphan, orphan!
I don't think we quite understand one another. I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan? And you say orphan. Well, as I understand you, you're simply repeating the word orphan to show that you understand me.
I didn't repeat the word orphan.
Pardon me, but you did indeed.
I only repeated it once.
True, but you repeated it.
But not often.
Stop, I think I can see where we're getting confused. When you said the word orphan, did you mean orphan, a person who has lost his parents, or orphan frequently?
I beg pardon. I see what you mean. Frequently.
Ah, you said often frequently.
No, I only said it once.
Oh, exactly. You only said often frequently once. O man of dark and dismal fate, forego your cruel employ. Have pity on my lonely state. I am an orphan boy. An orphan boy. An orphan boy.
How sad an orphan boy!
These children whom you see are all that I can call my own.
Poor fellow!
Take them away from me, and I shall be indeed alone.
Poor fellow!
If pity you can feel, leave me my soul remaining joy. See, at your feet they kneel, your heart you cannot steal. Forget the sad, sad tale of the lonely.
steel against the tale of the lonely fanboy. Poor fellow.
I'm telling a terrible story, but it doesn't diminish my glory. For they would have taken my daughters over the billowy waters if I hadn't in elegant diction indulged in an innocent fiction, which is not the same category as telling a regular terrible story.
If he's telling a terrible story, he shall die by a dangerous glory. It's one of the foolish slaughters that ever were known in these waters. It is easy in elegant diction to call it an innocent fiction, but it comes in the same category as telling a regular terrible story. It's easy in elegant diction to call it an innocent fiction, but it comes in the same category as telling a regular story.
Although a dark career sometimes involves the crime of stealing, we rather think that we're not altogether void of feeling. Although we live by strife, we're always sorry to begin it. What we ask is life without a touch of poetry in it.
Sometimes it's a useful thing to be an orphan boy.
It is hurrah for the orphan boy, hurrah for the orphan boy.
Happy day with joyously they will away and marry thee.
Oh, happy day with joyously they will away and marry thee.
Should it befall auspiciously, my sisters all will bridesmaids be.
Should it befall auspiciously, my sisters all will bridesmaids be. Oh, happy day with joyously they will away and marry thee.
Should it befall auspiciously, my sisters all will bridesmaids be.
Should it befall auspiciously,
My sisters all will bridesmaids be.
Oh, Master, hear one word I do implore you. Remember Ruth, your Ruth who kneels before you.
yes, yes, remember Ruth who kneels before you.
Oh, wait, you did deceive me.
Oh, wait, you did deceive him.
Oh, do not leave me.
Oh, do not leave her.
Oh, wait, you grieve me.
Oh, wait, you grieve him.
I wish you'd leave me.
We wish you leave him. Preserve the magnanimity, we displayed to lace and dignity. There was such opportunity to get married with impunity. But we give up the felicity of unbounded domesticity. Though without her own divinity, it is located in this vicinity.
Preserve the magnanimity, they displayed to lace and dimity. Never
why, dear Mabel, but why does he sit here night after night in this draughty old ruin?
Why do I sit here? In order to escape from the pirates' clutches, I described myself as an orphan. And heaven help me, I am no orphan. I came here to humble myself before the tombs of my ancestors and to implore their forgiveness for having brought dishonor on the family escutcheon.
But you forget, dear sir, you just bought the property a year ago. The stucco on your baronial castle is scarcely dry.
Frederick, in this chapel there are ancestors. You cannot deny that. With the estate, I bought the chapel and its contents. I don't know whose ancestors they were, but I know whose ancestors they are. And I shudder to think that their descendant, by purchase, if I may so describe myself, should have brought dishonor upon what I have no doubt was an unstained escutcheon.
Be comforted. Had you not acted as you did, these reckless men would assuredly have called in the nearest clergyman and married your large family on the spot.
I thank you for your proffered solace, but it is unavailing. I can assure you, Frederick, such is the anguish and remorse that I feel at the abominable falsehood by which I escaped these easily deluded pirates, that I would go to their simple-minded chieftain this very night, did I not fear that the consequences would be most disastrous to myself. At what time does your expedition march against these scoundrels?
At 11. And before midnight, I hope to have atoned for my involuntary association with the pestilent scourges by sweeping them from the face of the earth. And then, dear Mabel, you will be mine.
Are your devoted followers at hand?
They are. They only wait my orders.
Then, Frederick, let your escort, lion-hearted, be summoned to receive a general's blessing ere they depart upon this dread adventure.
Dear sir, they come.
Moment as a steer,
Tarantara, tarantara,
we uncomfortable fear,
tarantara,
and we find the wisest thing
tarantara, tarantara,
is to slap our chests and sing
tarantara,
for when threatened with a mute,
tarantara, tarantara,
and your heart is in your boots,
tarantara.
there is nothing brings it round like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound.
Tarantara, 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 tarantara,
Go, ye heroes, go to glory. Though ye die in combat glory, ye shall live in song and story. Go to immortality, go to death, and go to slaughter. Die against the Cornish daughter, with the tears your praise will water. Go, ye heroes, go.
Though to us it's evident
tarantara, tarantara,
these attentions are well meant,
tarantara,
such expressions don't appear
tarantara, tarantara,
calculated meant to cheer,
tarantara,
who are going to meet their fate in a highly nervous state.
tarantara, tarantara, tarantara,
Still to us it's evident these attentions are well meant,
tarantara, tarantara, tarantara.
Go and do your best endeavor, and before our links be severed, say farewell forever. Go to glory and the grave.
Go to glory and the grave. For your cause are fierce and ruthless, false and merciful and truthless, young and tender, old and toothless, and may never see grave.
We observe too great a stress on the risk that honours press, and of reference a lack to our chance of coming back. Still, perhaps we should be wise not to carp or criticise, for it's very evident these attentions are well meant.
Yes, it's very evident, these attentions are well meant. Evident, yes, well meant. Evident, ah, yes, well meant. When the moment is a street, to render, and go to the glory, and we find the wise sing,
These pirates slaves. Did you not stay? Then why was delay?
yes, forward on the boat, yes, forward on the boat.
Yes, but you don't go.
We go, yes, forward on the boat, yes, forward on the boat.
Damn it, you don't go.
We go,
moment there's a steer, we uncomfortable fear, and we find the wisest thing is to slap our chests and sing, for we're threatened with the mute, and your heart is in your boots. There is nothing brings it down like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial
pirate's lair. The joy unbounded, the sweet relief, the rapture, an example. At last I may atone in some slight measure for the repeated acts of theft and pillage, of which had a sense of duty stern dictation. I, circumstances victim, have been guilty. Young Frederick, who calls commander,
And I, your little Ruth.
Mad intruders, how dare ye face me? Knowing not, harassed ones, that I am doomed you to extermination. Have mercy on us. Hear us say you slaughter. I do not think I ought to listen to you, yet mercy should allay our stern resentment. And so I will be merciful. Say on.
When you had left our pirate fold, we tried to raise our spirits' fate, according to our custom old, with quips and quibbles quaint. But all in vain the quips we heard. We lay and sobbed upon the rocks, until to someone occurred a startling paradox.
A paradox.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. We quips and quibbles heard in flocks, but not to meet this paradox.
A paradox, a paradox, a most ingenious paradox. A paradox.
We knew your taste for curious quips, for pranks and contradictions queer, and with the laughter on our lips, we wished you there to hear. We said if we could tell it him, how Frederick would the joke enjoy. And so we frisked both life and limb to tell it to our boy. A paradox, that most ingenious paradox. We quips and quibbles heard in flocks, but none to beat this paradox. A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. For some ridiculous reason, to which, however, I've no desire to be disloyal, some person in authority, I don't know who, very likely the astronomer royal, has decided that although for such a beastly month as February, 28 days as a rule are plenty, 1 year in every 4 his days shall be reckoned as 9 and 20. Through some singular coincidence, I wouldn't be surprised if it were owing to the agency of an ill-natured fairy. You are the victim of this clumsy arrangement, having been born in leap year on the 29th of February. And so, by simple arithmetical process, you'll easily discover that though you live 21 years, yet if we go by birthdays, you're only 5 and a little bit over.
Give me, let's see. Yes, yes, with yours my figures do agree. How quaint the ways of paradox, at common sense she gaily mocks. No counting in the usual way is 21 I've been alive, yet reckoning by my natal day. Yet reckoning by my natal day. I am a little boy of 5.
He's a little boy of 5.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. A paradox, a curious paradox. A most ingenious paradox.
Upon my word, this is most curious, most absurdly whimsical. 5 1/4. You wouldn't think it to look at me.
Well, you're glad now, I'll be bound, that you spared us. You would never have forgiven yourself when you discovered you had killed 2 of your comrades.
My comrades?
I'm afraid you don't appreciate the delicacy of your position. You were apprenticed to us.
Until my 21st year.
No, until your 21st birthday. And going by birthdays, you are as yet only 5 1/4.
You mean to say you're going to hold me to that?
No, I mean, we merely remind you of the fact and leave the rest to your sense of duty.
Your sense of duty.
Well, don't put it on that footing. As I was merciful to you just now, be merciful to me. I implore you not to insist upon the letter of your bond, just as the cup of happiness is at my lips.
We insist on nothing. We content ourselves with pointing out to you your duty.
Your duty.
Well then, you've appealed to my sense of duty. My duty is only too clear. I abhor your infamous calling. I shudder at the thought that I've ever been mixed up with it. But duty is before all. Any price, I will do my duty.
Bravely spoken. Come, you are one of us once more.
Lead on. I follow. Oh, horror!
What is the matter?
Ought I to tell you? No, I cannot do it. And yet, as one of your band...
Now speak out, my boy. I charge you by that same sense of conscientiousness to which we have never yet appealed in vain.
General Stanley, the father of my naval.
Yes.
He escaped from you on the plea that he was an orphan.
He did? Oh, he did, yes.
It breaks my heart to betray the honored father of the girl I adore. But as your apprentice, I have no alternative. It is my duty to tell you that General Stanley is no orphan.
What?
More than that, he never was one.
Am I to understand that to save his contemptible life, he dared to practice on our credulous simplicity? Our revenge will be swift and terrible. We will go and collect our band and attack Trevor Castle this very night.
Oh, but stay!
Not a word. He is doomed. Away, away, my heart's on fire. I burn this base deception to repay. This very night, my vengeance dire shall glut itself in gore. Away, away.
Away, away, and I expire. I find my duty hard to do today. My heart is filled with anguish dire. It strikes me to the core. Away, away.
With falsehood how he tricked us of our pride, that vengeance how the pirate so decides. Our nature stern he softened with his lies, and in return tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Tonight dies.
Yes, or early tomorrow.
His girls likewise.
They shall utter in sorrow.
The one so spot,
In the natures they cherish.
And all her blood.
to abuse it shall perish. Tonight he dies, just so early tomorrow. His girls likewise they go out in sorrow. The ones so spot in the natures they cherish, and all who plot to abuse it shall perish. Away, 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 away. Tonight the traitor dies. Away, away, tonight, tonight, tonight. The traitor dies tonight.
All is prepared. Your gallant crew await you. My Frederick and tears. It cannot be that Lionheart quails at the coming conflict.
No, Mabel, no. A terrible disclosure has just been made. Mabel, my dearly loved one, I bound myself to serve the pirate captain until I reached my 21st birthday.
But you are 21.
I've just discovered that I was born in leap year, and that birthday will not be reached by me till 1940.
Oh, horrible! Catastrophe appalling!
And so farewell!
But now, oh, Frederick, hear me. Stay, Frederick, stay. They have no legal claim. No shadow of a shame will fall upon thy name. Stay, Frederick, stay.
Nay, Mabel, nay. Tonight I quit these walls. Not thought my soul appalls, but when stern duty calls, I must obey.
Stay, Frederick, stay.
Mabel, nay.
They have no claim.
His name the
No
Lord.
shadow of a shame will fall upon thy name. Stay, Frederick, stay.
I must obey. 1940, I of age shall be. I'll then return and claim you, I declare it.
It seems so long.
Swear that till then you will be true to me.
Yes, I'll be strong. By all the Stanleys dead and gone, I swear it.
Here is love, and here is truth, and here is food for joyous laughter. She will be faithful to her soul till we are wed and even after. For here is love, and here is truth.
For here is love, and here is truth.
She will be faithful to her
We will be
soul
faithful to
till
her
we are wed and even after.
Till we are wed.
And even after.
Yes, even after.
For here is love, and here is truth, and here is food for joyous laughter.
She will be faithful to her soul till we are wed and even after. She will be faithful to her soul
till we are wed and even after.
Here is love, and here is truth, and here is love. No, I am brave. Of family descent, of great thy charm, thy sway how excellent. Come one and all, undaunted men in blue. A crisis now, affairs are coming to.
Body and in mind, we are timidly inclined, and anything but blind to the danger that's behind. Yet when the danger's near, we manage to appear as insensible to fear as anybody here, as anybody here.
Sergeant, approach. Young Frederick was to have led you to death and glory.
That is not a pleasant way of putting it.
No matter. He will not so lead you, for he has allied himself once again with his old associates.
He has acted shamefully.
You speak falsely, you know nothing about it. He has acted
Nobly.
He has acted nobly.
Dearly as I loved him before, his heroic sacrifice to his sense of duty has endeared him to me tenfold. But if it was his duty to constitute himself my foe, it is likewise my duty to regard him in that light. He has done his duty. I will do mine. Go ye and do yours.
Right-ho.
Right. This is perplexing.
We cannot understand it at all.
Still, as he is actuated by a sense of duty,
That makes a difference, of course. At the same time, we repeat, we cannot understand it at all.
no matter. Our course is clear. We must do our best to capture these pirates alone. It is most distressing to us to be the agents whereby our erring fellow creatures are denied of that liberty which is so dear to us all. But we should have thought of that before we joined the force.
We should.
It is too late now.
It is.
When a fellow's not engaged in his employment, or maturing his felonious little plans, his capacity for innocent enjoyment, is just as great as any honest man. Our feelings we with difficulty smother, when constabulary duties to be done, or take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When the enterprising burglar's not a burgling, when the cutthroat isn't occupied in crime, he loves to hear the little brook a gurgling, and listen to the merry village chime. When the coster's finished chopping on his mother, he longs to lie a basking in the sun, or take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one.
On the man approaching, with stealthy steps the pirates are approaching.
We are not coming from place for gold, the story General Stanley told. We seek a penalty 50-fold for General Stanley's story.
They seek a penalty
50-fold, we seek a penalty
50-fold. They seek a penalty 50-fold for General Stanley's story. They come in force with stealthy stride. Our obvious course is now to hide.
With a cat-like tread, upon our prey we steal. In silent dread, our cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's footfall would be distinctly heard. Tarantula. So stealthily the pirate creeps, while all the household soundly sleeps. To navigation, take another station. Let's bury piracy with a little burglary. Come friends who call the sea, just to navigation, take another station. Let's bury piracy with a little burglary.
Here's your crowbar. A bit, your life preserver. You may want to hit your silent matches, your dark lantern charming key.
Parentheron, cat like tread, parentheron, silence tread. Cat like tread, upon our brain we steal. In silence tread, a cautious way we feel. No sound at all. Our footfall distinctly heard. Our friends who follow us see. Trust to navigation, take another station. Let's every find us see. With the lens of passion, and my tread, upon our brain we steal. Inside the tread, our cautious way.
Hush, hush, not a word. I see a light inside. The Major General comes so quickly high.
Yes, yes, the Major General comes.
The Major General comes.
Yes, yes, the Major General comes. Tormented with the anguish dread of falsehood unatoned, I lay upon my sleepless bed and tossed and turned and groaned. The man who finds his conscience ache no peace at all enjoys. And as I lay in bed awake, I thought I heard a noise.
He thought he heard a noise.
No, all is still in dale on hill. My mind is set at ease. So still the scene, it must have been the sighing of the softly to the river comes the loving breeze, setting nature all a-quiver, rustling through the trees.
Through the trees.
And the brook in perfect measure laughs for very love, while the poplars in their pleasure wave their arms above.
Yes, the trees for very love wave their leafy arms above. Pretty brook, thy dream is over, for thy love is but a rose.
rapture, summon your men and effect their capture.
Frederick, save us!
Beautiful Mabel, I would if I could, but I am not able.
Just telling the truth, he is not able.
With base deceit, you worked upon our feelings. Revenge is sweet and savors all our dealings. With courage rare and resolution manly, for death prepare, unhappy General Stanley.
Is he to die, unshriven, unappealed? Oh, save him! Will no one in his cause a weapon wield? Oh, save him!
Yes, we are here, though hitherto concealed. So to the saddle every pirate yield. We triumph now, for well we trow. Your mortal careers are short. No pirate hand will take its stand at the
To gain a brief advantage you've contrived, but your proud triumph will not be long-lived.
Don't say you're orphans, for we know that game.
On your allegiance we've a stronger claim. We charge you yield. We charge you yield in Queen Victoria's name.
You do.
We do, we charge you yield in Queen
Feel that once with humble mien, because with all our faults we love our queen.
Yes, yes, with all their faults they love their queen. Yes, yes, with all our faults we love our queen.
Away with them and place them at the bar.
One moment. Let me tell you who they are. They are your members of our company. They are all newly who They are all newly who have gone wrong.
No Englishman unmoved that statement hears, because with all our faults we love our house of peers. resume your ranks and legislative duties, and take my daughters, all of whom are beauties.
Oh, wandering ones, though ye have surely strayed, take not feet, your steps retrace, wandering ones. Oh, wandering ones, if such fair love as ours can help you find true peace of mind, why take
a general.
For he is a major general.
He is hurrah for the Major General.
It is a glorious thing to be a major general.
It is hurrah for the Major General, hurrah for the Major General.
I am the very model of a modern major general. I'm information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quantified historical. From Marathon to Waterloo in order characterical. I'm very well acquainted to it, matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem, I'm teeming with a lot of news. Lot of news. Lot of news. Drink some booze. Take a snooze. With the many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and animalculous. Extraordinary is vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
Extraordinary is vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
I know our mythic history, King Arthur's into paradox. I answer hard across, chapter pretty taste for paradox. I quote in elegies, all the tribes of Heliogabalus. In Carnatic and Thor, peculiarities, parabolas. I can tell them down to Raphael's from Jared Dawson's orphanies. I know the croaking chorus from the frogs of Aristophanes. Then I can hum a fugue of which I've heard the music to dinner for. Door, bore, no. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pitiful.
And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pitiful. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pitiful. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pitiful.
Then I can write a washing machine Batman on a uniform and tell you every detail of Caractacus' uniform. In short, that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
In short, that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
In fact, when I know what is meant by Mamelon and Ravelin, when I can tell at sight a nose a rifle from a javelin, with such affairs as sorties and surprises I'm more wary at, and when I know precisely what is meant by commissariat, when I have learned what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery. In short, when I've a smattering of elemental strategy. Strategy? Oh, yeah. No, that's silly. I don't care what Clinton did, at least he's not a Republican. No, yes! You'll say I bet a major general is never strategy.
You say I bet a major general is never strategy. You say I bet a major general is never strategy. You say I bet a major general is never strategy.
For my military knowledge, though imparting and adventuring, has only been from down to the beginning of the century. Stealing that is vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
Vegetable, animal, and mineral.